Is up, everybody? Welcome back to Cracking Packs FAB, because this isn't magic. This is the new Flesh and Blood set, Bright Lights, and this is for my Facebook group member James S. So good luck to you. I know we're looking for cold foils, we're looking for marvels, but as far as what's in the set, I have no idea. I've not looked at any of the spoilers, so don't know a single card in here other than like just the like stuff people have talked about, but I've not really listened. So this is going to be an experience for me, probably an experience for a lot of you, because most of you are Magic faithful. But me personally, I dig Flesh and Blood just because of how well they support the players and the game stores, and the fact that a $90 booster box is all there is. We don't have anything, we don't have to pay more to get more. All the juice is in these packs. And these are Japanese packs, so they are still they are plastic wrapped. So let's flip through here. We have Dumpster Dive, something I do on the daily, looking for lunch. Big Bertha, Teklo Base Chest. Pretty sure the hits are in the back of this pack, according to James. We'll make sure of that. We got Firewall, Penetration Script, and our foil is a Underloop. Teklo as our token. And then our second token is going to be Proto Base Legs. All right. So pack one out of the way. Moving on to pack number two. Expedite. There's a lot of cards in Flesh and Blood that share names with Magic cards, because there's only so many words, right? Evo Battery Pack, Junkyard Dog with 2 Gs, Mind Force Field, Infuse Alloy, Evo Base Chest, Polarity Reversal Script as a rare, Bulbar, Foil Junkyard Dog, Proto Base Arms, and it's Dash, the lovely and beautiful Dash. So, do any of you guys play Flesh and Blood at all? Any of my Magic people that are watching? If you do, let me know what you think about it. I like the game. I haven't played a game, like a match of Flesh and Blood, in quite a while. So I probably wouldn't even recognize the game and the meta at all. Take a little getting used to. Gigawatts, Mechanical Strength, Foil Expedite, Dash again, and the Proto Base. So no Majestics yet. 3 packs deep. We got plenty of real estate. We got 4 whole boxes of this to go through. After the first box, I'll probably start going through the packs a little faster. We'll just get right to the back and look at the rares, Majestics, cold foils, etc., etc. Firewall, Ratchet Up, Hadron Collider. Really neat looking card there. There's a Majestic, and that is Wax Off. And a Hyperdriver. Now, that's a special slot that is not legal in Limited, I believe. Don't 100% quote me on that, but I think that is the way that works. So, first Majestics in the special slot. And we're going to keep on trucking here. This may be a little easier to do it this way instead of one at a time. Still get a look at the cards, but not take forever. Big Shot, Spring a Leak, Foil Mini Force Field, really pretty card there. Proto Base Legs and Arms. So this is, if we had to compare it to a Magic set, what would it be? Neon Dynasty, maybe? Torque Tuned. Definitely gives me more of like a cyberpunk feel than anything. Liquid Cooled Mayhem for a foil rare. Max Nitro. And more Proto Armor. So I'm going to guess like the mech stuff's probably going to be the most popular stuff out of this particular set. And remember, if you're seeing lots of repeats, these cards, They typically have 3 versions. They'll have a yellow, a blue, and a red. And they all have different pitch cost. And you have to pitch cards to have resources. Dissolving Shield. Way sheesh. Findle's Spring Tunic. One of the most busted cards in the game. Nice hit there. Congrats on that one. Wow, wow, wow. Very nice. The card was originally printed in Welcome to Wraith. However you want to say it. Got a reprint in History Pack. And it's such an integral part of the game. It is now in its 3rd reprint. And it's still worth well over $100. Tick-tock clock for a Majestic. Gas Up. Teklovasen. And Max Nitro. I'd say we're off to a very nice start here. I do prefer the paper packs. Those are printed in Belgium versus the Japanese counterpart here with the plastic packs. Hydraulic Press, Soup Up, Script, Teklo, and Max. So the pre-release and the limited format for this set, from what I've been told, is you get 4 packs, you build your deck out of those 4 packs, and roll with it. So that seems like a really interesting way to play, really interesting format. And to be honest, I would like to give it a shot. See how it goes. So this weekend, I may try to make that happen. Liquid Cooled Mayhem, Torque Tuned, Scrap Compactor, and just a couple tokens there. Not even quite halfway through the box. So what we'll do is, after each box, I will pause the video. We'll get these out of the way, clean up everything, and then we'll move on to the next one. Gigawatt Heavy Artillery, Foil Ratchet Up, Proto Arms and Chest. That seems like the best way to do it because me personally, I'm so bad with piles that if we didn't do that, there'll be cards everywhere. We'll be ankle deep in Flesh and Blood. Spring a Leak, Steam Canister, Guzzler, Hyperdriver, and the Head. So hoping we get quite a few more Majestics in the other stack because we've only got 2 Majestics thus far. No cold foil, so maybe the cold foil's coming up as well. If we get a good another Majestic there. If we get a good cold foil with the tunic, that would be insane. So the War Machine will be our 3rd Majestic. Let me go ahead and further complicate things. Majestics and our legendaries, the tokens, we're going to scooch those over. We're about, what is this, pack number 12, 13, 14, something like that. Field, Evo Thruster, Scrap Combiner, and there is our cold foil. It is unfortunately just a common, but look how pretty that is. I'm gonna give LSS props and say they do hands down probably the prettiest foils. They have mastered it. This is what Wizards tries to do with etch foiling. But the etch foiling that I've seen so far just comes out cloudy. And it's not as clear, crisp. As these particular ones. So unless this is like a crazy box, I think we've got all our big hits out of it thus far. Scrap Hopper. Maybe a couple more Majestics. Be the best we could hope for. At least I hope we get a couple more Majestics. We're only 3 deep here. Leak, Ratchet, Foil Rare, Polarity Reversal, and Dash and Proto Arms. So if you guys have never had the opportunity to play Flesh and Blood, They did away with a lot of elements of games that are frustrating, like with Magic. If you don't get enough land, if you get mana screwed, you kind of don't get to play, right? So with Flesh and Blood, all your cards have a pitch cost and a casting cost, and most of them are able to block as well. So all the cards, you typically never have a dead card, right? You're not sitting there with 3 lands on the table and a bunch of 4 and 5 drops. You can typically make something happen. That's the one thing about Flesh and Blood that I really like. And then you have your hero and the equipment. And it's almost like a Dungeons and Dragon aspect, because you have your hero and you can customize their gear and everything that they're wearing to make them stronger or have different abilities. That's a really neat part of it, in my opinion. There we go. Evo Atom Breaker. Foil 0/50. And it's more of a game of chess to me, because you have to know which cards that you want to keep in your hand and which ones you want to pitch for resources, and if you want to block or not. I think the most difficult aspect of this game is knowing when to block or not block. If you can master that, I think you'd be probably in the top 10% of the people that play Flesh and Blood. When I play, I always play Ninja. That way I don't have to worry about blocking. So that kind of eases the barrier of entry for me playing this game. If I don't have to think about blocking. Big Bertha, Dash, and Hyperdriver. Got 4 more packs in this one. I think we may be exhausted. Kind of stingy on the Majestics unless we get like 2 more in the close here. Script, Foil Medkit. I think it's really wild that they reprinted the Tunic. I'm not mad about it. There we go, Scrap Trader. Lay Waste, Dash, and the Legs. So that got us to 5 Majestics. I think 5 or 6 Majestics is about par for one of these boxes. And we got the Tunic, so very good box. Field, Soup Up, Through Data. Typically you'll get a foil Majestic too. Haven't hit one of those. One more pack to try. See where we wind up. Last pack, box 1. Good luck, James. Strength, Hydraulic Press. There it is. Last pack, Magic, Grinding Gears, and foil. Foil Majestic, close off the first box. Good job. There we go. Well, that's into box number 1. Give me a minute to get this cleaned up. We'll hit box number 2. Be right back. All right, welcome back. Box number 2 is up. We're gonna move a little quicker through this one now that we've got a feel for what's in here. We've seen all the cards for the most part, outside of probably the Majestics, a couple of rares, and the big hits. So box number 2 is underway. Like I said, we'll try to this pack. Maybe that means this pack is hiding treasures, because it flat out did not want to open. Let's see where we're at. The police are coming. I don't know if you can hear the sirens in the background, but I promise you. Oh, that's a fire truck. Sorry, guys. Promise you, it's not for me. Pack 2. Heavy Artillery. Soup Up, Full Tilt, and the tokens. So of all the new card games that have came out since 2020, let's say, which ones have you picked up and stuck with? Have you started a few and just didn't like it and gave up, or the game itself didn't have enough support? What are you guys working on there? I think like there's a couple card games that had a really good opportunity to take some market share. Like One Piece. One Piece is still pretty popular. But what happened with it is the game released, and it was impossible to get the cards, right? It was sold out everywhere. You'd have to stalk your local big box store, try to get lucky to grab a couple packs, and there just wasn't enough cards to go around to all the people that wanted to play. And after 3 to 6 months of people like trying to play and not being able to, they gave up. So, and I think we're facing that right now with Lorcana. I've never seen such low supply for a game in my entire life. I don't know if it's just, it was that low of a print run. If it's Scalpers, Street, Steel, Enforcement. Oh, they give them the whole razzle dazzle. Like I said, low print run. It's just people holding on to it to scalp it. What it is, but there's so many people frustrated that they can't get Lorcana right now. So like I said, there's been a couple card games that have had a really good chance to take away a lot of the audience that Magic has. They just haven't been able to execute it yet. So I'm wondering what'll be next. And I wonder what card games you guys have picked up and are sticking with or tried and gave up on for whatever reason it was. Torque Tuned, Scrap Prospector, Proto, and Max. Bright Lights. This does feel a little bit like Crucible to me. Just the like the artwork and things like that, and the, you know, it's kind of themed similarly. Bull Bar, Foil Hydraulic Press. Woo! There we go. That's an adult Teklovasen. Esteemed Magnates. Cool little hit there. Still looking for our first Marvel. Can't wait to hit one of those because I think that'll be quite a treat for you guys. We don't have anything quite like it in Magic. I wish we did. That would start a feeding frenzy on ripping packs because they are such gorgeous cards. Gas Guzzler. Hope people aren't driving gas guzzlers these days because, you know, the gas at the current prices, that would be pretty rough. Dash and Teklovasen once again. Got a few more sirens there, but just adds to the ambiance, right? 0 to 50. Infused Titanium. Torque Tuned. Fabricate Majestic number 3. So the Majestics are showing up a little faster in this box. I'm gonna have to use my editing skills to tie all these videos together into one long one. My editing skills are about a 1 out of 10, but I think I can get it done. Quickfire, Legs, and Hyperdriver. What will our cold foil be? Scrap. Once again, getting Firewall, Mechanical Strength, Ratchet Up, and a couple Proto cards. But if you haven't had a chance to check out Flesh and Blood, I recommend it. It's a very passionate community, and the players really want to bring more people into the game, expand its reach. LSS really supports the players, the game store, everybody involved with it. If there's any company that's doing, you know, as much as they can right, I think it is LSS. You know, and I think the reason they're doing it is they saw some of the mistakes all the other card games were making, and they're like, well, let's do all the good parts and try to eliminate all the bad parts. And of course, you know, there will be mistakes made. There's no way to avoid it. But they're pretty good at addressing the mistakes and not letting things get out of hand. dumpster dive. And I'm really impressed that the game has made it as far as it had. I think we're going on, what, 4 years now of this? (2019-ish). Evo Steel Soul Controller. That's a majestic. Sleeve that up. I really like the mech aspect of this. Really, I've always liked mechs ever since I was a little kid. Like, I think every dude does, right? Like, every dude's into like big robots and turn themselves into a robot and like fighting bigger stuff and other big robots. Hydraulic press, script, foil mayhem. Woo! War Machine, foil majestic. That card looks amazing. It took me off guard for a second. And this one is a what they call a full art, because it has the art that goes down the text box. Very subtle, but you can definitely tell there. Exciting hit with the War Machine. In foil and full art. No cold foil yet. Where is it hiding? Maybe it'll be this pack, since I said no cold foil. That's usually when they show up. I call their name. They show up. Boom Grenade. Dash and... no, not this pack. Crankshaft. Infuse Alloy. Mechanical Strength. Gigawatts. Dissolving Shield. Max. There goes our tokens. Looks like it's going to take me about 10 minutes of a box to get through these. I'm going to run out of things to talk about because I'm not that versed in Flesh and Blood. So I'm just going to try to talk about stuff to fill the dead air for you guys. That way, it's not just a guy with a pair of hands ripping booster packs. You know how it goes. Getting down to the nitty-gritty on this box. Where's the beef at? Bull bar. Hydraulic press. Megahertz script. Contest the minefield. So that is our special slot majestic. So we're pretty deep on majestics. We're already 6 in this box. Counting the foil one, of course. Rev up. Dissolving Shield. Script. Firewall. Foil Spring Leak. Dash and Vossen. I mean, I guess it is possible to not get a cold foil. And, you know, there's always a potential that I did overlook it. I doubt it, though. Evo Thruster. Field. Sprocket Rocket. Maybe the Tekla Vossen adult card or the full art War Machine took its spot. We do have 3 packs, count this one in my hand, so we're not completely out of the woods yet. Annihilator Engine, that card looks ridiculous and has a lot of text. I feel like it's good. Proto and Proto. At least it's majestic heavy. If we don't get the cold foil, I'll be disappointed. But maybe, just maybe, it made up for it. And I think the Japanese printed boxes have a consistency of being kind of stingy with the hits sometimes. Nope. There it is. Evo Buzz Hive in cold foil. That is a gorgeous card for just a common. It's a chess piece. Look at the borders on that. So both of the cold foils we've hit thus far have been commons, but this one, I'm not even mad about it. Look how pretty it is. If we get cards like this in Magic, could you imagine if they inserted one card in that style, in the foil, in that type of foiling, like one per master case? The chaos that would ensue, people trying to rip it. Big shot, soups up, a foil. This is a, okay, 2 foil majestics, one of them full art. We will take it. So the box in the last 2 packs got there, I believe. We're going to clean this up. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, we are back for the third box. So now we should start, hopefully, getting some of the big hits, because both of our cold foils have been common. We did get a legendary in the tunic, though, and I think you're going to hit a legendary. If you don't have a tunic, that's probably, like I said, I don't know what all is in here, but the tunic's probably the one you want to hit. Spring a Leak, Steam Canister, Panel Beater. Panel Beater, that's kind of like a knock-on Shade Tree repairmen, like body men that do car repairs, right? In some circles, anyways. We're gonna put the tokens over here because they're pretty repetitive. We don't have to keep seeing those over and over again. Pack number 2. Sorry, it took me a minute to get through that. All right. First Majestic showing up. It's the Steel Soul Tower. It's going to be some legs. Gas Up, Hyperdriver, and the head. Trying to get everything where... There we go. Kind of in frame of the camera for you guys to see. Scrap Hopper, Gigawatts, Boom Grenade. Really cool names on some of these cards. Boom Grenade, been cold foil. Looks like it's on fire. First rare will be Big Shot. Soup Up, Script, Max, and the legs. And tell you, opening a case, it's a little bit of a workout. So what is a case? 96 packs? It's quite a few. It's like three booster boxes of Magic. Reversal Script, Magnetic Lockwave for Majestic, Lay Waste. 2 Majestics already. They're hanging out close to the surface in this particular box. Infused Titanium. First rare will be Bull Bar, Gigawatts. Nothing too crazy in that one. Yeah, this weekend I'm definitely gonna dust off the old Flesh and Blood stuff and play a game or two if I can find a few minutes. This has got me excited. Foil Strength. Really interested to see what Flesh and Blood looks like. It's probably been a solid year since I've played any Flesh and Blood, so I'm sure it's drastically different because the game's still relatively new, and I feel like every set probably changes the meta. And then there's certain heroes that you're no longer able to play because they were so good, and they reach what's called Living Legend because they got a certain number of points in the tournaments. And that helps keep the meta fair, fresh, and kind of level to an extent. Spring Leak, Torque Tuned, Quick Far. Jumpstart. We need to open some Jumpstart. It's been a while. I may do like a Jumpstart 1 and Jumpstart 22, like double break. Sounds like a lot of fun. I wonder which box holds the most value. I know Jumpstart 1 probably took a hit after a lot of those cards got reprinted, like the Allosaur Shepherd and things like that, but still like to pit the boxes head to head, see which ones come out on top. And Jumpstart's one of my favorite ways to play Magic. I was at my friends Dave and Kelly's house this weekend. I was able to stop by for a couple hours and dropped off some presents and got to play a few rounds of Jumpstart. Always a good time. Food, Friends, and Jumpstart. Hydraulic Press, Soup Up, Medics, Tectonic Rift. I don't know why, but I feel like creating X seismic surge tokens with Go Again seems like it might be good. Don't quote me on that. It just feels that way. Let's go. Big hit. A Liquid Cooled Mayhem. Hyper Scrapper for another Majestic. Foil Rare. Still looking for the Marvel. I don't know the hit rates on the Marvels in this set. We may or may not get one. It may be one in every case. Sometimes you see 2 per case. That's been in the past. Fender Bender. Nothing there. Sometimes you get 2 cold foils in a box. So far, cold foils have just been commons. So still looking for the beef. Sprocket, Rocket, Teklo, and the legs. Roughly 10 packs left in this one. Lots of time left for us to get there. So far, this has been, I'm going to say, the most underwhelming box out of the 3. But we still have time left. Foil Rare Springa Leak. Oh, it's the Fabled! What did I just say? I said, this box has been the most underwhelming. And boom! It is just a rainbow foil, but that's a freaking Fabled. Sheesh. What are the chances? I think in the last set, I got James the Fabled as well. I got it for James or Jimmy. I think it was James. What are the chances? It's not cold foil, but it's a freaking Fabled. All right, box is good now. We'll take it. Sheesh. Evo Thruster, Majestic with Heist, and you know our cold foil is still in the box somewhere, hopefully. So it could really put this box over the top. If we get the Fabled, a good cold foil, and a Marvel, how sick would that be? Scrap Hopper, Liquid Cooled Mayhem, Lay Waste. We've got 6 packs left. Lots of time. Can't believe we got a Fabled. I've been so lucky hitting Fableds lately. 0 to 50, Hyperdrive. For the first couple sets, I had terrible luck with Fableds. I actually bought one, got lost in the mail, and then I was over trying to get a Fabled ever. I was like, I'll never open one. I'll never own one. Fableds aren't for me. As Watsy the Professor says, that product is not for everybody. Everybody was me. But the past few sets have been just bangers for me. Come on, cold foil. And be a good one. Hydraulic Press. Soup Up. Rare foil. We only got 3 packs left. The suspense is killing me. Will we get a cold foil? Will we not? Regardless, the box is good because of the Fabled, but we do not want to go the cold foil Pound Town here. We want the beef. Oh, there we go. Evo Rapid Fire. We're stepping it up. It's a rare this time. Look how good that looks. The metal looks like metal. Stepping it up, stepping it up. At least it's not a common. And we got 2 packs left. Let's put the icing on this cake and let's get a Marvel. One time. Let's get a Marvel. Firewall. Sprocket Rocket. No Marvel. One more pack, James. Congrats on the Fabled, bro. Congrats on the Fabled. I am honored to be able to open it for you. It'll be a memory that sticks. I'll be in the nursing home one day and be like, I remember that time. Ooh, a foil Majestic. There we go. Remember that time I opened all those Fableds for James? Be sitting there just reminiscing on the good old days. So, good box. Be right back with number 4. All right, everyone, welcome back to the last box. Box number 4. Knocking out this case. We've already hit the Fableds, and if you've watched this far, I really appreciate it. You're a champ. You're a soldier. You're my favorite people. And hopefully it's worth your while. So far, 2 cold foils that were common, 1 cold foil that was rare, rainbow foil Majestic, a legendary Tunic, an extended art foil Majestic. Starting off strong, right off the top with a Majestic. So still looking for our first Marvel, if we get one. I don't know how tough they are to hit. I guess that's something I'm going to have to look into, discuss, study, open a ton of product just to find out for myself. One of those things will let me know. Scrap Hopper, Gigawatts, Boom Grenade, and if you guys are interested in learning Flesh and Blood, I suggest grabbing some Blitz decks. They're less than $10 most places. I'm going to say they're going to run you between $8 and $12 depending on the game store. There's a lot of game stores that will hook you up with some pre-con decks they've built with commons and stuff like that. Or there's some really cool ones that will hook you up with some brand new sealed ones. If you've never played the game, the first hit is always free. Got to get you hooked somehow. So, Script, another Majestic, Lay Waste. I'm just mixing the tokens in this time. Makes it go a little bit faster. Makes it go a tiny bit faster. Because I know you guys are tired of hearing me talk, watching me open these cards. Maybe not. Maybe you enjoy it. But either way, we're going to get through it. I want to find a Marvel or a beefy cold foil. I want James to walk away happy. Mechanical Strength, Firewall, Foil Strength. You know, it's funny. The extended arts in this, they're so subtle, but it's so different, and you don't see like tons of them. Like when you do see them, it's like, wow, that kind of jumps out at me. Underloop, Mini Force Field, Spring Leak, Tortuned, Quick Fire. That's how we say fire in the South. It's F-A-R-E, it's far. Or at least some of us. I don't usually say it, I'm just saying it to be silly. I'm being a silly goose today. Evo Engine Room, Scrap Hopper, Recharge, Tech-Low. So this box is starting off kind of slow. Only 2 Majestics. We're about 3/4 of the way through the first stack. And we're going to hopefully ratchet up here in a minute. Needing some hits. 0 to 50. Press, Soup, Met. And there we go. It's another Rift. We hit one of these in the last box. Special guest slot, bonus sheet, Majestic, whatever you want to call it. Mystical Archive, if you will. I'm trying to make things translate, you know? If you don't know about magic, or Flesh and Blood, but you do magic, some of those phrases will ring true. Liquid Cooled Mayhem, Hyper Scrapper Majestic, Foil Field. All right. The box picked up after. I need to keep saying the box is slow because every time I do, I feel like we hit 2 Majestics right after that. Torque tuned Gigawatt Thunderbender. So take this information and use it how you will, but I feel like the cold foils, and this has always been a belief in Flesh and Blood, but it feels like the cold foils, especially with this case, have been in the bottom right stack. Use that information however you want to. Don't use it for evil. But that seems to be a trend. Rev up. Bull bar, firewall, sprocket rocket. Losing packs here. My hands aren't what they used to. Starting to get a touch of the carpal tunnel. When you've opened as many boosty packs as I have, it's bound to happen, right? Script, field, foil leak. What the? Double fabled box? Another rain? What? How is that even possible? A double fabled case? Okay then. We'll take it. That's crazy. I'm on tilt. I can't even hold it. And I think that's about where we hit the last one. The cold foil in the last box, I think, was the third from last pack. Got a Majestic there with the heist. Unbelievable double fabled box. How does that even compute? I guess them being rainbow foil makes it a little more common, but the odds of that has to be extremely low. Scrap hopper, mayhem, lay waste. Like I said, I'm going to throw it to the side. That was the cold foil, I believe, in the last one. We'll see if it is in this one too, but we're going to save it till last. So either we're not going to hit a cold foil to be in that last pack, we will hit a cold foil and it wasn't in that booster, or we won't hit a cold foil at all because we have double tapped the Fableds. And that's impressive in its own right. Unbelievable. Heavy artillery, scrap hopper, auto save script. Still no cold foil. No marvels either. Got to keep that in mind. No marvels, no cold foil, no marvels in the entire case. Does 2 Fableds make up for no marvels? I don't know. I don't know. So this would be the pack we were opening if I didn't put it to the side, because I'm thinking there might be a cold foil in it. Hopefully there's not. Hopefully it's in one of these 2 packs. I don't want it to be that easy to pick out a cold foil. Sheesh. Last pack before the one we moved to the side. Script, smoothbore, foil Majestic Moonshot. That's the same one we got in the last one. Is the cold foil in that pack? Shut up. Shut up. Is this a because the last box had the foil fabled, had the rainbow foil Majestic Moonshot, and the cold foil is in this pack. So if this is a cold foil, that'll be suspicious. If it's the cold foil leg piece, that'll be super suspicious. Let's see what happens here. Really, really tense moment here for me because I'm curious what's going to happen. This box was duplicate of the last box. That is really, really peculiar. Let me see if all the Majestics match up. Hold on, let me find. No, in the last box. Maybe? Let me see. Hold on. Let's see if the Majestics line up. Because, of course, we got this. We got this. The Moonshot. The Heist. The Hyper Scrapper. Lockwave. Rift. Identical boxes. What in the world just happened? We're not mad because we got 2 Fabled, but what the frick just happened, James? Anyways, that's the video, guys. Take the track print. What? Okay, I'm done, guys. Like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. We give away a booster bundle every Friday. Booster boxes every month. Love your faces. We'll see you in the next one.